Hello, and welcome back to the United Way. Manchester United won, Burnley won. It ends in a draw, and I tell you what, I'm fucking furious with that match. I'm furious with the team. I'm furious with the referee. I'm furious with the result. I'm furious with fucking everything to do with that game today. I mean, I'm not gonna cry about the refereeing decisions too much because we weren't great today. I'll admit that. But we should have had a penalty. The Burnley penalty, that's a penalty. It is. The Burnley penalty that they got, I have no problem with that one. It was a penalty, fair is fair. But the handball that they got up, I think Bruno took the shot. No, Anthony, sorry, apologies, took the shot. Hits the player, hits the Burnley player's hand, goes to VAR, not looked at. And see that piss. And again, like I said, I will talk about the match. Yeah, we weren't great today. Did we even deserve a point? It's up to you to decide that. But last week at Wembley Stadium, we seen two incidents. The Man City Chelsea game, Jack Grealish, handball, not given. Man United Coventry game, Wan-Bissaka hits his hand, given. Today, hits a Burnley player's hand, not given. I don't know what to make of it anymore. I never really liked VAR. I always thought it was shit. Or when it gets on your side, it's the best thing in the world. But that's just biased being biased. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be given. I thought that when they went to look at the penalty, they went to VAR to look at the penalty check. I think it was Vitinho who had the handball. Anthony kicked the handball, and I thought, right, they're going to look at it. It's going to be given. And you hear the commentator that was watching it on saying, that's not a penalty. And look, call me a crybaby if you want to take the fuck off, but let us know your thoughts in the game. If you did see the look, am I overreacting? Am I not overreacting? Do you agree? Do let me know. Because look, this is straight after the game, you know what I mean? Ask me tomorrow and I'll be a lot more calm, but I don't know. I thought we should have had a penalty ourselves today. Like I said, the penalty that Burnley got was a penalty. I don't know what Onana was doing. I don't know what Casemiro was doing, heading it into thin air. Stupid. And then Onana comes out, tries to do a wrestle move on I think it was the Burnley player. Penalty given, fair enough. Can't argue with that one. But come on, we should have had a penalty. We really should have had a penalty. I'm sorry, but we should have. But look, I'm not going to talk about it too much because there's a game to be spoken about. McTominay looks like he'll probably be out for a while now because he went off injured again. So, yeah, he might be out. But look at the game today. We started off well. We were hitting them, creating chances. Then Burnley, Onana kept us in the game. Threw us under the bus in the end. But look, it was an open game. Burnley were confident. Burnley, I think we were like 20 seconds in or something like that, and Burnley had a chance. The midfield today was slow, open. The midfield was poor today. Like, honestly, the midfield with Maino and Eriksen just doesn't work. You know what I mean? Maino's good, but you can't have him doing everything on his own. Like, you cannot have the poor kid doing everything on his own. You can't. And if anyone is new, please do subscribe. Much would appreciate it. Like and comment your thoughts on the game. And even if what's your thoughts on Ten Hag too, because look, I'm open to all opinions. The midfield, look, I think every team we came up against this season and the teams that we be coming up between now and the end of the season will have a lot more. Will have loads of freedom through the midfield. If you ever notice with teams, they don't go down the wings against us. It's straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. And I did say in my preview, how can Burnley beat Man United or get a result against Man United? Go beat us down the middle. And that may sound like lazy analysis or tactics, but that's just how it is. Like, that's just how it is. And I just don't know what to make of that game. I was fucking furious with it. We were sloppy. We got sloppy before the second half. Burnley grew into the game. We just as we do, hesitated. Onana made a few crucial saves, and we were just wasteful in front of goal today. We weren't quick enough. The midfield there wasn't even a midfield. The attack wasn't great. Anthony wasn't too bad. In all honesty, he wasn't spectacular. He wasn't out of this world, but well, I mean, he got us the goal, which we thought was the winner. Man United, even when we scored, I thought would it be typical. Actually, I said it would be typical for Manchester United to go and fucking concede late on, and we conceded 8-9 minutes later from a penalty. And this team just keep bottling leads. A 1-0 lead, like bottling a lead, even if it's 1-0, and it's still a ball. It's still a ball. Spade to spade, the bottle's a bottle. We just keep fucking slipping up, man. And when we get a chance in front of the goal, we're too slow. We're too slow. We overcomplicate things. There's either not enough players there or clumsy. Something just has to go wrong. I mean, Burnley had a lot of freedom. It was too easy for them when they went forward because of the midfield. I know people can look at it that we're playing a midfielder in defence. We're playing Eriksen, who's not a defensive midfielder. Mainu, who's only young, and give the man time. He can't do everything on his own. Then you have, we took off Rasmus. We had Ahmad up top. Rasmus may not be on the pitch because the man just doesn't get any service, and that's unfortunate. Garnacho wasn't his brilliant best today. But look, again, he's only young. You know what I mean? He's only young, but he still wasn't great today. A few poor decisions from him and shooting and shots. Bruno, some of Bruno's passes today weren't great. He wasn't good as he was against Sheffield United. But then I did say as well, didn't I? I'm not going to, keep saying, I kept saying I did say, but I said that this game will be tougher than the Sheffield United game. Yeah, Burnley are only a place above Sheffield United, but Vincent Kompany kind of wants to have a style of play there, because I've watched Burnley a few times this season. Yeah, they're 19, but they have something about them. They'll probably end up going down as well alongside Sheffield United, but it was always going to be tough. But again, look at Sheffield United. Newcastle beat them 5-1 today. Pretty easy. We can see 2 against them and make it hard for ourselves. We keep making things hard for ourselves. Look at the subs. Took off Mainu and Rasmus. I don't know why the fuck he took off Mainu. I really don't know what the hell he was doing there. I would have taken off Christian Eriksen. And brought on a McTominay or Mount, but he took off Mainu and brought on McTominay, which you haven't. Then you have a midfield with no pace and who cannot defend. Again, McTominay when he came on was pushing up a lot more, so I wouldn't really say it was a DM. I'd say Eriksen would have been that DM, but then you have an Eriksen who has no pace, a defensive midfielder. It's not like Burnley had a team full of 50-year-olds who can't run. They have pace. And you have 4 across the midfield. So I didn't get that. Rasmus or Ahmad. Ahmad came on, Rasmus came off. God. I mean, alright, there's no height then up top. Still didn't get that. Even though the Old Trafford fans were doing that decision, and I agree with them. When I seen the subs, when I seen Ahmad and McTominay come on, or getting ready to come on, I thought, right, that'll be Anthony off and Christian Eriksen. I thought that's what he would have done there. But he took off the 2 players I wouldn't have imagined him to take off in Rasmus and Mainu. Because the midfield was shite today. Even before he took off Mainu, but still, you're bringing on 2 players who cannot defend. in the midfield. We need a defensive midfielder in the summer. We fucking need a defensive midfielder big time in the summer. What else do we need? Maybe one or two defenders as well. One or two defensive midfielders as well. Another striker would be handy just to have a backup, obviously, because Martial fucking off, so we literally have no striker as it is. Ten Hag today, again, I feel like now he's on borrowed time. I feel like the more we get results like this, regardless of the opponent, the closer he gets to getting the sack. And I hate to say that because I back Ten Hag, but I have to admit it. And everyone else that I'm sure that's Ten Hag in has to admit it. You may be Ten Hag in, but you have to admit that he's on borrowed time. I mean, I got a question asked today by my dad. Do you think Ten Hag be here next season? I said, ask me after the FA Cup game. Ask me after the FA Cup game. Because he win that game or not, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes. Anjan says, shit man, you. Yeah, pal, look, go fuck yourself. Yeah. I mean, call it. I mean, look, like I always say, you're telling me something I already know. Don't tell me something I already know. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me, let us know who you support, then we can slag you. Tell me something I don't know. I know Manchester United are shit. What do you think I'm sitting here saying that we're shit? So, make up your mind, big boy. Sonny says, most of the officiating in EPL are against Man United. Again, I agree, and welcome to anyone who's just joined. Again, I did speak about the officiating, and I'll speak about it again. We should have had a pen. We should have had a penalty or two, I really, really just don't get it anymore with the officiating. I give up with it. VAR can get fucked. Again, back to that. I'll bring you back to last week. Wembley last week. Manchester City played Chelsea. Chelsea take a free kick, hits Jack Grealish's hand, right? Man United, Coventry. Coventry take a shot, hits Wan-Bissaka's hand. Penalty. Today, Anthony takes a shot, hits the Burnley player's hand. Like his hand literally moves. No penalty. So, I again, I give up. I give up there. It's fucking shit. I never liked it. I know I'm bringing in the offside thing next season, but that's not gonna have any impact or positive effect on handballs and stuff like that. The referee today was shy. VAR today was shy. I'd love to see now where that baldy bloke, what's his name, that does to do the VAR. What he has to say now, whether they bring him on Monday Night Football or whether he'll have some shite to say, whether, his handwood is in a position of, yeah, fuck off. And then explain then why Chelsea didn't get a penalty last week against Man City when Coventry did against Manchester United, and it was similar. I give up at the fucking thing. It's shite. It's shit. But, I don't know. I really don't know. I give up at it. And look, again, and any opposition fans who are watching this saying, look at this dope, crying. It'll come to you too. It's came to a few other teams already. It's came to Liverpool, Man City. I mean, look, they don't need. They just pay VAR and they get what they want, don't they? But it's happened to Liverpool. I'm sure it's happened to Chelsea. I'm sure it's happened to Arsenal as well. Tottenham. I'm sure it's happened to numerous teams in the Prem. And since VAR's come in, it's been shit. When we first heard about it, I think it was used first in the World Cup. Or maybe the Euros. Could be wrong. Correct me if I am. And we all thought, just not a bad idea, this. But referees in England are shit. Referees that are used in European competitions and other competitions, they're better. The English officiating is shit. How VAR is used is shit. It's honestly ridiculous. I hate it. I really do hate it. They're actually showing me a Spanish match here and a similar position not given. But refereeing is shocking. Everything about it is ridiculous. Manchester United were not great today. I'll admit that. We did have chances. We kept getting in front of the goal, but then we just kept fucking it up for ourselves every now and again. We overcomplicated it. Everything about it. And I mean, look, between now and the end of this, like, who do we have now? We have, how many games do we have left? 4 games to remain now in the Prem. We have we have Crystal Palace, don't we? Crystal Palace. Then I think it's Newcastle, Arsenal, and Brighton. They're 4 very tough games, you know. Palace away. I mean, look, if we're struggling against Burnley, don't expect anything different against Palace. Then we'll have Newcastle at Old Trafford, Arsenal, who are looking to win a title at Old Trafford, who are in hot form, and Brighton away, which I'd like to say we'd win, but again, don't be surprised if we fuck up there. And then it's Manchester City in the FA Cup final. We could go winless in our next 4 to 5 games if you're including the FA Cup final against City. Yeah, we may have. If, you know, hopefully we have a few players returning between now and the end of the season, but they're not going to be up to speed. You know, they'll ease their way back into the DBAs, but for the time they probably get eased back into the first team. You know, yeah, Anjan, do us a favour, pal. Fuck off. I kept asking you who you supported, so fuck off. But yeah, look, you know, again, I don't mind people calling Manchester United shit. Tell me what I don't know, but don't be saying fucking Man U, this, that, and the other. I mean, come on. You know, I wouldn't do that. I actually wouldn't do that, so get fucked. If you're an opposition fan, comment. I can take a slag, but just fuck off if you're going to act like that. But look, there's a lot of questions. More questions asked than answered. The midfield today was shocking. The defence, I mean, look, it wasn't great. The attack wasn't great. Onana did keep us in the game a few times. Anthony wasn't bad. I mean, I don't know who I'm giving a man in a match to. I actually really don't, because Onana concedes the penalty, but then Casemiro, the dope, headies it up to Noel. Don't know who he's saying. Must have been looking up at, you know, he must have seen God and tried to head it to him, but fortunately he didn't receive it. And then that fucks up things. Onana comes out, Wan-Bissaka, you know, we're in loads of just a confusion. We confused things, and it was a frustrating game, a ridiculous game. We just overcomplicate things, and you know, I just not the biggest fan of overcomplicating things, and we just make things hard for ourselves. And you know, there's a lot to be learned. And I don't think these will be sorted between now and the end of the season. But look, Burnley may be coming out of that game today thinking to themselves, how do we not win that match? We're coming out of that game thinking we should have had a penalty. I don't know. But look, I'm going to head off. This has been the Manchester United versus Burnley post-match reaction. Our next game is not until Monday the 6th, against Palace, bank holiday weekend. So, but look, thanks, buddy, for watching. Like the video, subscribe, much appreciated. And hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend. And I'll speak to you all in the next one.